Evolution X 5.6.1 is installed on my K20 Pro and I have been using it for the last 3 weeks. I was not able to make the videos because I think you guys know what happened to me. But now that I have recovered, let's start the video, and this is my review of Evolution X 5.6.1 latest edition as of today. So without wasting any time, let's start the video, and by the end of the video don't forget to watch the bug section because there I'll be telling you what things are not right in this ROM. So what are we waiting for? Let's start the video. Before I begin, let's watch the date. So date is 1st of May and I'm gonna check if there is an update. So this is the latest update of Evolution X on K20 Pro that came on 29th of April 2021. And first thing that we talk about usually is the bloatwares. Here you would not see any bloatwares which is installed. All the apps that you can see here are installed by me besides few Google apps which I find duplicated. So like Files and Google by Files or Google Files, what is this? Files by Google. They both are duplicate here. You can get rid of that if you want to, but you know, it's there. After you root it, you can uninstall. So all in all, there's no bloatware present on this ROM Evolution X. Now let's talk about the animation smoothness here. And the first time that I installed this, I already noticed a couple of things that are changed here in terms of animations. So like for example, the top notification drawer, when you open it, the animation has changed. I don't know if you can notice it, but this brightness controller is now sliding from the top instead of being at the bottom. And there's a round edge on the sides, which I suppose you can turn it off from the settings, but usually it looks very nice. And then all the other things, all the animations, sliding animations and everything else are good, just as good as every single build of Evolution X. So you can switch between the applications easily, no issues. You can go home, you can slide down, go to settings, go home, go slide, and then go to these styles, slide them, take a screenshot of that, or you can select any text. So all these things are working pretty nicely and you can copy it and stuff. So animation smoothness is super good in Evolution X 5.6.1. I'm not gonna repeat that number again, it's kind of too long. But yes, Evolution X is known for the smoothness that it provides along with most of the latest features. And so in terms of smoothness, I'll give it a 5 out of 5. And now let's talk about the customization options. So if you're already aware of Evolution X, you know that this evolver settings under here, you get all the customization options of the entire ROM, most of that. Rest outside there are customizations, but these are the most customizable options which Evolution X is known for. So let's check it out. So most of the changes are there in some small aspects. There are a few changes here. So under themes, you can see now that the text is visible like this, and here if you tap and change the text, you can see it happening right over here. So that's something new. And then dark theme, and then these styles, accent colors, you can change here, which is being changed. This menu has been changed from my old video, as if you can see here. I leave the link here, old one, Evolution X, but these options were not there before. And then icon shapes, you have so many options. Then settings dashboard, you can change it to either accent color background or transparent background and accent foreground, depending upon whatever you want. Then G visual mode, here you can set status bar height, header sizes, rounded corners, navigation colors, and now here this is nav bar color. So if you see this pill here, I'm gonna bring the camera close. So this pill, you can now change the color to either blue, should change, there it is, or you can change it to red, or you can basically change to orchid, or like you can keep it default purple. I like it to be rose. It's light, it's subtle, and it's there, so why not use it? So that's one new extra feature which is present here. Now let's talk about more. So volume panel styles are a lot of options. I like the stock ones, which is, oh, that's device control, which is this. So I kind of like this one already, so I'm just gonna keep it at that. Now then you have status bar, under which you have all these options which I already have told in the previous video, so nothing really new here. Then under notifications, almost same options as always. Quick settings, quick pull down, smart pull downs, vibrate on touch, number of tiles in one row, and number of columns, number of rows, all that is there. Power options, advanced reboot you can turn on, off, and what that means is advanced. And then you have the option to either reboot, boot to bootloader, recovery, or system UI. You can change that. And then you have to add device controls here. You can add, I don't have any smart lamps configured with this phone right now. Emergency, it's going to dial the emergency number, which I have to hang up like that. But basically optional user action, you can take a screenshot, screen record, or flashlight with power button. You have that option there too. Then let's talk about the gestures. Long press for flashlight or torch, as you can call. Long press power button is going to turn it off. Long press, turn it off. So that's that. Brightness control, swiping, 3-finger screenshot. And now that screenshot also has an option to scroll, and that works pretty well. Double tap to check the phone, which is if your screen is turned off, you double tap on it. And then you have ambient display where you can put the fingerprint. Usually in always on displays, you have finger on display working even on dark screen. In Evolution X that does not work. So you have to double tap, then put the screen, and then it unlocks. So unlocking is kind of fast, so that's fine. Then you can double tap to sleep. I haven't put that on. Now let's talk about lock screen. And you have fingerprint authentication vibration, error vibration, fingerprint icon. I'm keeping it on default because changing that sometimes break things. And this pressed color is gray, so that is also fine. Disable night light when showing FOD. I don't really turn night light, so that's normal for me to put off. Then recognizing animation, I think animations delay some stuff, so I basically prefer them to be staying like that. Charging animations, you have quite a lot of options here. Music visualization, turned it off. I don't like it. You can turn it off or on depending upon whatever you want. And then let's go back and see buttons. You have navigation bar. You also have the option to put full screen navigation. You like, for example, where you would not have the spill option, and when you swipe from down, or this navigation option will also be gone, status bar will not be there on top. So whenever you want it to come, you have to first slide, then the status bar will come, and then you have to slide down for it to use. Full screen access, that's called. Then there's an option to click partial screenshot, which I turned off because I don't really want partial screenshots. Animations, here, interesting stuff. Scrolling catch, forced enable, that's what I do because scrolling is the thing that should happen very smoothly, and I want it to be working at the cost of memory, and I'm fine with that. Then animation styles, I don't really like that, but there are a couple of options like back gesture animation, charging animation, screen off animation. You can put to CRT scaling. I've already showed this too in my last review of Evolution X, but I'll keep it on default. I don't like those things. Then we have miscellaneous, where you have the option for gaming mode. I've turned the gaming mode on, and I've selected some of the options to disable the automatic brightness. Then ringer mode, you can put it on silent, that's the best one. And then show toast as gaming mode is activated or not activated, and heads up notification are blocked except calls and alarm. And here let me choose the game because looks like it's not being auto detected. So I have installed Call of Duty, which I'm searching. There it is. Alright, now here screenshot settings, 3-finger screenshot. Now this is a point of interest. So basically all the settings related to screenshots are here, and then we saw that the partial screenshot was somewhere else too. So that setting is now being repeated. Then USB configuration, radio information, all these, ambient display brightness, ambient notification brightness are there. So basically you can change it, and that's all fine. And then the last one is Evolution X, where you have about. So that's something that if you want to look into it, you can go and have a look. We covered almost everything here. So in terms of customization, we are good. Now let's talk about the camera. So this ROM comes by default with the default camera, which is a normal camera, literally where you cannot really use your lenses. And if I click a photo from there, it's taken. I can click here and view. Nothing's an issue, like it works fine. And if I look at the property, it's being clicked in a single mode with a single sensor, which is a 12 megapixel camera sensor. So basically the lens is 12 megapixel and it's being clicked by the normal lens. No 48, no ultra wide, nothing. You can't really do much in these. And then I can change and record the video on 1080p, 60 fps, 4K 30 fps, 4K 60. Maybe those options are there in the settings that you can change, and you can scan a QR code here. So these options are there. But if you install ANX camera on Evolution X, there is a bug which people are facing. So what's the bug? So basically when you're clicking a photograph, let me turn it over so that there's a difference in the photograph. So clicked it, you can see in the viewfinder it's there, but when I tap on it, it's gone and you cannot really see that. And I'll show it again. So I click the photo and in the viewfinder that photo has been clicked. I tap on it, it vanishes, it's not there. But the photo is there, it's not like it's not there. Photo is still there inside your system. And if you download a third-party gallery, it's just a gallery, you will see that the photos are present there. So photos are there and they're being clicked at the same time as you would have seen in the viewfinder. It's just that you were not able to see directly from clicking here. That's somehow a bug. Then I can go on 2x, select and tap and click in 2x, or I can go ultra wide and click ultra wide. All the cameras work. Then under videos, there's an option where I can select 1080p 30, 1080p 60, 720p 30, and if I go to the settings, as you can see, I don't really see an option for 4K. So 4K's option is missing here. Then when I come to 48 megapixel, I'm gonna click here, turn the 48 megapixel, I'm on pro mode and I'm gonna keep everything on automatic. Now what should happen is when I click the photograph, it should come. First of all, it's not gonna come, but if I go here and tap and view the properties of this photo, you will see that it's not being clicked by a 48 megapixel sensor but a 0.7 megapixel camera. There's only 1080p 60 fps available in this 185. That's also a bug which you will be able to see getting resolved in the future updates probably. Now let's talk about the battery life here. So you can see here it says 76% and about 1 day and 20 hours left. That's because I was not using it after I charged it. Just to make the review, I started using it right now. But I can assure you that the screen on time that you will get over this ROM on full charge is around 5 to 6 hours at least, depending upon your use case. That's a different thing, yes. And if I go to battery here and click on thermal profile and games, let me select Call of Duty and put it on gaming, and here I'm gonna enable the gaming mode with the touch response, normal, sensitive, restrictive, no, touch response rate, I'm gonna increase it to maximum here. And I think that should affect my gaming experience, which is next. Now let's talk about the gaming experience, and for that I'm gonna open Call of Duty here. Alright, so I have enabled the FPS monitor on the left side, and right now you can see it's 35 FPS when I'm not playing the game. Let me show you the settings here so that you can see what graphics are the game on. Very high, max, all the settings are enabled, it's dynamic, and we have already increased the touch sampling rate, so I think that should work. I can already notice it's working better. Now let's quickly enable a multiplayer game and see how the gaming performance would be over this ROM. Okay, so now that the game has started, the FPS is 59 to 60 FPS. Let's see if the entire game holds it through or not. Oh, the buttons, shit. Did you notice that jitter lag? I noticed that. Well, frame drop is there, 52. I saw 50. Let's go and see if this actually is a frame drop or was there some other thing going on in the ROM. I can feel frame drops every now and then. I had 2 frame drops so far, and after that the game runs smooth so far. That's my teammate. Shit. Oh no. Frame rates I'm seeing it's between 59 to 60 most of the times. So performance is kind of good here. And we won the game. Now let's talk about the temperature of the phone after playing the game. So the screen is kind of warm, yes, but the outside temperature is also 42-43 degrees Celsius, and the battery portion is getting a bit warm, and this is the place where usually the motherboard is, and this has already been a bit more warm, but not something that you will feel very bad while holding the phone. So I think that's normal. It's summers, so I think that's good. Let's talk about the bugs in this Evolution X. The major bug that I see here is the NX camera, because whenever you would be taking a photo, it's gonna be shown in the viewfinder, but then when you tap on it, the viewfinder image is gonna be gone. Then second of all, the bug that I noticed here is not really a bug, but it's a lack of feature, which is when the screen is turned off, I want to put my thumb on it to unlock the phone directly without double tapping. That feature is not there. So I have to first double tap and then unlock the screen. As you can see, the frame rates are like variable here. That's nice. So when you're not using, it's 1 fps, 2 fps, 0 fps, and when you're starting to use it, it goes to 33 to 60 fps. So that is good. Then one other feature which I think is good to know is whenever you are gonna go now on Play Store and you're gonna install an application just like that, you have a new animation screen for the application which is inspired by Apple. As you can see here, the icon is there of that application that I was planning to download, which is Need for Speed game. And if I show you close enough here, you will see that the animation of installation is being filled with green. Once that is completely filled with green, the icon will get in color just like these other icons, and then it's all good. So that's another thing which they improved with this version of Evolution X. So last night we hit 2000 subscribers, and it's a very big number for me because when I was starting the channel, which was around 7 to 8 months ago, I didn't expect that to happen so fast. It's been so much appreciable for all of you who think and know about me and are also praying for me while I was sick. I really liked the attention and everything else, and I promise to make the videos continuously and clear every doubt that you will have. That was all for this video, and if you liked this video, press the like button, and if you have any questions, any queries, ask me in the comment section below. All the links will be there in the description section, all the useful ones, and stay indoors and stay safe. Outside is a chaos. Be safe, and I'll catch you next week with another video. If you have any suggestions about any specific videos, you can tell me in the comment section below. I'll look at it, and maybe, who knows, next week I make that video. So catch you guys later next week. Until then, peace.